Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today we're going to talk about how spending just 5 minutes in your craft room on your busy days can lead to quick and easy layouts on the days when you can schedule in a couple of hours of craft time. Okay, so in my Scrappy Chat video, I explained to you guys how I was listening to Susan Williams from the Creative Collaboration Community, and when she said, "Don't tell me you don't have time, but tell me how you spend your time," that she would rather hear me say, "I'd rather watch TV than scrapbook." And that got me thinking about my scrapbooking habits, and I was trying to think back because right now I'm an empty nester and I work a lot, but I really can schedule in time for scrapbooking. So I wanted to go back a little bit to when I was a busy mom and I had 3 of my own boys. Sometimes we had foster children. I worked full-time, and my husband worked full-time. So we were busy people. Our kids played competitive sports. They kept us hopping, and I still found time to scrapbook back then. And I was trying to think, like, how did I manage that when I have a completely empty house some days and I have zero motivation to come to the craft room? And I think the difference is that because I was so limited on time that I had a different process than I do now. So now, and this is post-pandemic too, because I don't leave my house to scrapbook anymore. So going back to, let's say 2010, I had my own 3 boys at home. I had a foster child. I had one in elementary school, one in middle school, one in high school. We were all over the place all the time. We had, just so much going on that the only way I could actually spend a few hours scrapbooking was to leave the house. And so I had a process where I would spend a few minutes in my craft room during the work week, every day. So after the kids were in bed, I would, finish up the dishes and do all that housework kind of stuff. And then I would spend a few minutes in my craft room. And before that, before 2010, I didn't have a craft room. I scrapbooked in the laundry room. And I think that's where this process started, actually, because I used to do laundry every single day. There was no choice. When you're doing laundry for 6 people, you have to do it every day or you will drown in it. And I would go to the craft room, or to the laundry room, and I would flip the laundry and I'd fold the laundry, and that took me about 15 minutes. And then I would spend 15 minutes at my scrapbook desk, which was in the laundry room, and I would pack some things. So I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna set a timer, I'm gonna show you my process that I had back then, and hopefully redoing this process for myself will help me get some quick and easy pages done too. So let's get started. Okay, so I am going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Let's see, where are we at here? And 5 minutes. Okay, there it is. It's timing me. All right, so now the first thing I need to do, because this is my process, I usually start with the photo. So remember in my Scrappy Chat, I talked about really needing to get Quentin's first year album done. And so this is where I'm going to start. So his first year is broken up into seasons. And so this is the spring album. And I have a few pages that need to get finished. So I just finished a scrapbooking class, so I'm just double checking that these are all full pages, finished pages. Yes, they are. Okay, so this page I already did. today when I did my class, and I will photograph it and then put it in here. So this is a page that's not done, that needs to get done for this book. So that one. This is another one that I did today, and I will put that in after I photograph it, in the daylight preferably. So this is one story to be told, one page. And this is another. So that's 2 pages to be done. Another. Is that it for this book? Oh, no, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 stories to tell before I can, yeah. So 4 stories to tell from this book before I can move on. Take that one hopefully with me on the plane. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. We shall see. Okay, so here is my 4 sets of photos. And because I have a process for completing an album, and I was towards the end of that one, these ones were tucked inside. Typically I pick my photos in a different way, but this is where I'm at in this project right now. So I still have 2.5 minutes left, which I wasn't actually planning on. I was just going to show you my picking my photos, but since that's done, I have some sketches from page maps for this month and my list of scrapbook classes. So I don't know yet where I'm going to get my inspiration. That's the other thing I have to just, sorry, I keep moving away from the camera because my stuff's behind me. So what I can do though, before I decide that is, so I think I'm probably going to go with scrapbook classes because that's what's been inspiring me the most. But I'm going to choose which, so this is my iris container that is all about little boys. And I'm just going to move this out of the way because this is my random stuff. And then inside I have like kits, kind of. Most of them are just paper kits. Some of them have extra. So this is Chanel. The timer's turned off here. This is Chanel. This is robots. That's not really where I'm at. Space. I could use this one. Maybe. This one would. Oh, I don't need potty training. He wasn't there at that point yet. This one maybe. This. Oh, you know what? Ha! Look at this. A little kit I put together based off of this crepe paper sheet. This is the answer to my prayers right here. So I found this sheet of punch outs from crepe paper from way back when my own kids were probably small. And I put together a little mini kit that has 4 sheets of coordinating paper that weren't necessary. I think one is crepe paper, just this green one. But the other ones are just papers from my stash that matched. And I had pulled it all out thinking that it would make the perfect kit for doing one of Janet's 4 for 4 series classes. So I put a little note in there for myself, and I didn't even have to see the note because as soon as I saw this punch out paper, I remembered putting the kit together for the 4 for 4 series. So inside of this package is these die cut pieces, some chipboard, and 4 sheets of pattern, 4 or 5, I can't remember, sheets of pattern paper. So that is that. So now I have photos. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we have, in 5 minutes, we chose, I don't even need that now. We chose pictures, we chose a kit, and we chose a class. So we're gonna do Janet's RTS 4 for 4 series. And that is how I'm going to finish this album. So I decided that in 5 minutes, okay? And now my 5 minutes are up. I can choose to leave my craft room, especially if I have other things to do. I know when my kids were young, I had a sink full of dishes waiting for me upstairs. I would have, you know, yes, I just finished folding the laundry. Maybe I had to put some of that laundry away. Maybe I needed to sort some laundry. Maybe I needed to, I don't know, do other things, right? Maybe I still had papers to sign, pack backpacks, make lunches. So whatever I had to go to next, I would just go and do it. But I took my 5 minutes for myself, right? This was my thing. And so then the process was that after I had spent 5 minutes doing this, I would put these inside of here, and I would set them aside for the weekend or whenever. It wasn't always on the weekend, I guess. It was whenever I used to go to, way back in the day when we had local scrapbook stores, or one here anyway. I used to go to the local scrapbook store once a month for their crop, for their monthly crop. And so I would package things up like this, put them in a carry away tote, and I would have that for me for the next time I go scrapbooking. Because I didn't, like I said, sitting down at my desk for an hour very seldom happened, because the life was too demanding. There were too many things around me that needed to be done. You know, I needed to spend time with my husband. I needed to spend time with my children. It just wasn't practical to spend that time. But now I just wanted to talk quickly about, if that is you, if you are in that stage of your life, that's okay. And it still can be done. And even though we maybe don't have local scrapbook stores to go scrapbook at, or maybe we don't have local friends to go scrapbook with, there are tons of crops and places online where you can go. And so what I would suggest for you to do would be to carve out time in your less busy days. So I know for me, my less busy days would have been weekends, like Friday or Sunday nights usually is what it was. And that was because I worked full time during the week. But I do remember the one year where my youngest was a baby and I was on maternity leave, and my easy time to scrapbook was when he was napping, because the other boys were at school. So whatever your less busy days are, schedule in 1 or 2 hours for yourself where you're going to go online and find a challenge or a crop that's happening that you can join in, and schedule that time in for yourself and make it non-negotiable. If you put a doctor's appointment into your planner, you go to that doctor's appointment. You don't say, oh, my kids actually probably just want to play a game. No, you go. And so you need to do that for yourself, for your mental health, for your personal time, scrapbooking or whatever your hobby is, even if this isn't it. Maybe you're a quilter too. Okay, so I just wanted to add that in. I hope that was helpful. And I think that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button and give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you again. Take care, everybody.